It was a stormy night in the depths of dry ruins. Luigi, armed with only his poltergust and trembling resolve, ventured deep into the ancient crypt. He had heard rumors of a legendary gold dry bones, a cursed skeletal warrior said to guard a fragment of the legendary superstar. If Luigi could retrieve it, he could finally prove his bravery to Mario. As he entered the final chamber, golden light flickered in the darkness. There it was, the legendary gold dry bones, its entire body gleaming like molten gold, its hollow eyes glowing red. The air crackled with ancient magic as the guardian slowly turned its head toward Luigi, letting out a metallic, echoing rattle. "So, you've come for the superstar," it hissed, its voice reverberating through the chamber. "You think you're worthy, Green One? Prove it." Luigi gulped, gripping the poltergust tighter. Mamma mia. I don't want any trouble, but I need that star." The battle began. Gold dry bones flung golden bones that exploded on impact, forcing Luigi to dodge and scramble behind ancient pillars. The skeleton warrior's movements were erratic, its golden armor deflecting any projectiles Luigi tried to fire. "Come on, Luigi, think," he muttered to himself, wiping sweat from his forehead. Spotting a series of glowing switches on the chamber walls, Luigi got an idea. He rolled out from cover and dashed toward the nearest switch, narrowly dodging a golden bone. As he activated the first switch, a section of the floor lit up, creating a trapdoor. Gold dry bones, realizing Luigi's plan, roared in fury and leapt toward him, claws outstretched. Luigi barely avoided the attack, activating the second switch just in time. With two switches down, the chamber began to tremble. The trapdoor beneath gold dry bones opened, revealing a fiery pit below. But the Guardian was not so easily defeated. It clung to the edge, pulling itself up and reforming with a burst of golden light. "Nice try, mortal," it sneered. "But I don't fall that easily." Luigi panicked but noticed a third and final switch hidden behind a crumbling statue. With a burst of adrenaline, he ran toward it, dodging a barrage of golden bones. As he activated the final switch, the trapdoor expanded, and gold dry bones let out a metallic scream as it plummeted into the fiery pit. The room fell silent, save for Luigi's heavy breathing. A pedestal rose in the center of the chamber, revealing the fragment of the superstar, glowing with a brilliant light. Luigi approached it cautiously, picking it up with trembling hands. I did it," he exclaimed, a mixture of relief and pride. But as the fragment glowed brighter, a deep, ominous laughter echoed from the pit below. "This isn't over, Green One," Gold Dry Bones' voice echoed. "The star has chosen you, but its power comes at a cost." To be continued. Part 2, The Showdown on Rainbow Road. After his narrow victory, Luigi returned to Mushroom Kingdom with the fragment of the superstar. But peace was short-lived. The legendary Gold Dry Bones, far from defeated, reassembled itself in a furious blaze of gold and vowed revenge. To reclaim the superstar and prove his power, it challenged Mario himself to a race on the perilous Rainbow Road. The stakes were set, the full superstar rested at the finish line, waiting for the victor. Mario couldn't let the kingdom fall into Gold Dry Bones' golden grip. "It's a time to race," he declared, climbing into his trusty cart. The crowd of Toads, Yoshis, and other racers gathered in the starry skies, watching as Mario and Gold Dry Bones lined up at the starting line. The skeletal warrior's golden cart gleamed, adorned with spiked wheels and a flaming exhaust. "Do you think you can defeat me, plumber?" Gold Dry Bones sneered. "This road will be your grave." The countdown began. 3, 2, 1. Go. The two racers shot forward, their carts blazing across the shimmering rainbow track. Mario immediately hit a boost pad, but Gold Dry Bones matched him, its golden cart leaving a trail of molten sparks. "Let's-a go!" Mario shouted, drifting around the first corner and tossing a green shell. Gold Dry Bones swerved effortlessly, cackling as it summoned golden bones from its cart to block Mario's path. The bones exploded, creating craters in the track that Mario had to skillfully dodge. The race intensified. Mario grabbed an item box and launched a red shell, but Gold Dry Bones activated a blinding golden shield, deflecting the attack and closing the gap. The skeletal racer unleashed a burst of speed, taking the lead as they entered the loop-de-loop section of Rainbow Road. Mario's face tightened in determination. He hit a speed boost and launched a banana peel, placing it perfectly on the next sharp turn. Gold Dry Bones, too confident in its lead, skidded and spun out, giving Mario a chance to overtake. "You'll pay for that." Gold Dry Bones roared, summoning a massive golden bone that it hurled at Mario. The projectile shattered the road ahead, creating a gap that Mario had to jump. With a perfectly timed boost, Mario soared over the gap, landing just inches ahead of his rival. As they neared the final stretch, the glowing superstar appeared on the horizon. Both racers pushed their karts to the limit, neck and neck. Gold Dry Bones activated its ultimate move, engulfing its kart in golden flames and ramming into Mario. Mario's kart spun, teetering on the edge of the track, but he refused to give up. Grabbing a final item box, he launched a blue shell, a direct hit on Gold Dry Bones. The skeletal warrior screamed as its kart flipped, losing precious seconds. With one last boost, Mario crossed the finish line, claiming the superstar. The crowd erupted in cheers as Mario held the shining relic aloft. Gold Dry Bones staggered out of its wrecked kart, glaring at Mario. "This isn't over," it hissed before vanishing into a cloud of golden dust. Mario smiled, exhausted but triumphant. The Mushroom Kingdom is safe again. To be continued. Part 3, Toad's Trial Against Gold Dry Bones. The Mushroom Kingdom was abuzz with excitement. After Mario's victory on Rainbow Road, the superstar was split into its final fragments to keep it safe. One fragment was entrusted to Toad, who proudly carried it to Toad Town for safekeeping. But Gold Dry Bones wasn't finished. Rebuilding itself stronger and angrier, it descended upon Toad Town with its army of golden skeletal minions, determined to reclaim the superstar fragment. "Toad!" Gold Dry Bones bellowed, its glowing eyes locking onto the tiny mushroom. "Hand over the fragment, or face my wrath." Toad gulped but stood firm. "You'll never get it, bonehead. I might be small, but I'm not giving up without a fight." The town square became a battleground. Gold Dry Bones summoned golden bones that shattered the cobblestones, while its skeletal minions swarmed Toad. Armed with only a supply of mushrooms and a lot of courage, Toad dodged, weaved, and used his speed to stay ahead of the chaos. "Catch me if you can," Toad shouted, leading the minions into a trap. He sprinted through an alley, luring the skeletal army into a tight corner. With a spin, he tossed a Bob OMB he'd found earlier, sending the minions flying in a spectacular explosion. Enraged, Gold Dry Bones charged at Toad, slamming its massive golden claws into the ground. Toad barely avoided the attack, grabbing a power-up block and finding a fire flower inside. "Let's-a go!" Toad yelled, unleashing a flurry of fireballs. The flames struck Gold Dry Bones, temporarily staggering it, but its golden armor absorbed much of the impact. "You think that's enough to stop me?" Gold Dry Bones snarled. It unleashed a golden shockwave, forcing Toad to retreat. Cornered against a fountain, Toad glanced at the superstar fragment in his hands. "If I can't outfight you, maybe I can outsmart you," Toad said, an idea forming in his head. As Gold Dry Bones prepared its final attack, Toad ran toward the fountain and tossed the fragment into the water. The superstar piece glowed brightly, causing the water to surge with energy. Gold Dry Bones hesitated, its golden form reacting to the glowing water. "What have you done?" it roared. Toad grinned. "Looks like gold doesn't mix well with magic water." The energized fountain erupted, dousing Gold Dry Bones in a torrent of shimmering liquid. Its golden armor began to crack and melt, forcing it to retreat with a haunting wail. "You may have won this time, little mushroom," Gold Dry Bones hissed as it vanished. "But I will return stronger than ever." The townsfolk cheered as Toad retrieved the glowing superstar fragment from the fountain. Though exhausted, he held it high with pride. "Toad Town is safe," he declared, earning the title of the kingdom's bravest mushroom. To be continued.